Welcome back to the Tacoma tray build. I have forgotten to record some of the process leading up to this, but it's basically just me fitting and building the plate for the fuel filler neck area, and then here I'm just cutting out the plate for the top of the tray. Okay, so there's the idea here. Just gonna have a hole punched out. This will come through over here. I just have it sitting here. It's gonna rain, so trying to get everything put away. But the sheets are pretty much cut. The sheets here are 48.5 inches long, so that kind of messed up my measurements. So I'm gonna have to rip one down a ½ inch. What I was explaining in that last clip is when I laid out the spacing for the tray supports, I did them 16 on center. And that is for when the plate is laid down, which is 48 inches wide, it lands on the center of a support, and then I can butt up to that with the other remaining plate, and then it has a solid backer for a weld seam. It was just a little mistake that I had made, not knowing that the plate here was a ½ inch longer, but that's fine. I can just rip it down, which I do later on. And here I'm just drilling out for the fuel filler neck.
Good. There we go. That should work. Okay. So just like that. There's the gas cap. So that was the hardest part. Can finally start cranking along on everything else. Get this bitch finished up. On cruise. Okay. So I went ahead and cleaned this, treated it for rust, and then just put a coat of paint on the top, just so if water does get in here, it's at least got something that's corrosion protecting it. But yeah, gonna start sheeting it now.
So right here, I am just ripping off that ½ inch piece for the width that I had explained about earlier on in the video. This just makes my top sheeting 48 inches wide to land on the stud.
Okay, so we've got the top skin all welded in underneath. Both sides of the tubes are welded kind of in the same stitch location. And then up here, not sure what I'm going to do with this gap yet. It was kind of a mistake on me when I cut. I took an extra width of a blade off, an extra 1/8 of an inch that I wasn't supposed to. So it kind of gave me, instead of having a 1/8 inch on each side, gap to fill. I have like a 3/16, maybe a little bit more. It's almost like a quarter, but I'll figure that out. And then right now my phone was charging, so I didn't get all of that, but I'm just cutting out the piece for the headache rack right there. Off camera, just finished tacking that side in, and then I rough cut out the pieces to outline for the back here so we can get a final cut on that and get those tacked in. I'll show you that. And then I fit up and bent this side off camera just because we already did the other side. So we're getting close, and then I'll still cut these supports in today, get those tacked in, and hopefully I get all this sheet metal done with, and then it'll just be a whole lot of welding. But it's coming along, it's looking good. Okay, there's that side fit up. Looking good. I'll put you on the time lapse and get the rest of this done. Load up. Yeah, good boy. What do you think? Sit, sit. Good boy. What do you think of it? Yeah. All right, so here it is. The bed part is all built, just needs to be final welded. Guards make, tail lights and backup lights need to be put in, and license plate lights, all that stuff, but that's easy. Yeah, in its final state before final welding. When I left off last time, we got all of it, the metal work done for the flatbed. Now it's just finished welding, so that's what I'm going to work on today. Just welding in all these seams, everything on all the plate and all that, just so it stays waterproof and all that. So it's just going to be a long day of welding, but kind of the perfect day for it. Not too hot, kind of overcast, so as long as we don't get any rain, should get some stuff done. So I don't have a clip of me explaining what I am doing here, but I am starting to frame out the sides. They will just be removable on hinges. So you can see here I'm just laying out the basic frame and then just tacking them together. Okay, so I got the sides all tacked together. I just gotta weld on the hinges now, and then those will be done for the time being. But I think it turned out pretty good. They will get skinned in metal as well. That way I can use these two as ramps. I can just put a plate on the end, like a plate right here to just catch something, or maybe on the inside. Maybe I'll make it removable, and then that way it can just set up on the back like that, and then go down. I can load up the four-wheeler or bikes, whatever. Just try to make it multi-purpose as possible, but looks good. Okay, new day here. Yesterday we got the chassis all painted, and I repaired this area right here. Plate on the top, plate on the bottom, and then reinforce this whole shock area. So all that's good to go. All the shocks, everything came off, you know, grinded all the rust out, wire wheeled all the rust that was on the chassis in this area, and then just gave it a nice good coat of, or 2 coats of anti-corrosive paint. So yeah, now we just gotta get going on the bed. I just gotta grind the welds, mount the backup lights. I already drilled the holes for the tail light, so backup lights, license plate light, and license plate. And then I'll flip it over and paint the bottom side first. Okay, we are all cleaned up. Best it's gonna get. So I'm gonna seam seal, epoxy prime, and then paint. I'll put you on a time lapse. Okay, that took a lot longer than I thought, but we are prepped, bondoed, just kind of fill in the scratches and unevenness of those joints. That's what took so long, was cleaning all of the black goo and rust off of everything. I probably should have degreased it and pressure washed it, but it's kind of a double-edged sword because then it rusts out again. So I'm gonna hit Corostop, an anti-corrosive protection like rust killer on all of this stuff. Let that dry, and then I can self-etch or etching primer and then start painting. Alright, good morning. Another day here, working on the flatbed, all painted, and just got to figure out how to get it onto the truck. Let's see. My game plan, I guess, is going to take the high lift jack lift from the center and then put a couple of blocks right there and see if I can get it up high enough to get over the tires. But everything is coming together. Got the exhaust fixed up. Paint job turned out okay. I'm gonna redo it in truck bed liner and Raptor liner, so it'll work for right now. The bummer thing is all these runs, which I don't know how that got away from me, all over the back. So I'll probably end up repainting that because I forgot to, I'll sand it down and repaint it because I forgot to paint the trailer hitch. So I'll do that today, but I want to get it on the truck first. Okay, so we're here. Tires are deflated. They probably got like two pounds in them. But I at least got it to that step. So plan is now I'll put air back in the tire, and then hopefully it's not such a flat spot and I can push it forward the rest of the way. That's how I was kind of loading it before. So in progress, getting somewhere.